Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something a little different today, a deep dive on Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power.
Specifically Law 17.
Oh, right, Law 17.
Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability.
Okay, so maybe not so much the terror part, but this idea of unpredictability,
Right.
that's kind of fascinating.
It's really about keeping people guessing, throwing them off balance a little.
So not just like jumping out from behind a door and yelling, boo! I mean, I guess that would be unpredictable.
There's a place for that, maybe, but this is more, think about it this way.
Yeah.
People, we crave predictability, right?
Yeah.
Gives us a sense of control. When you take that away,
Yeah, when you don't know what to expect.
exactly.
That's when things get interesting.
That's when you can really gain an advantage.
So how does this actually work? Like, give me an example.
Well, Greene talks about Bobby Fischer.
A chess player.
Yeah, the chess prodigy, right. His match against Boris Spassky.
Oh, wow. Talk about high stakes.
Exactly. And what does Fischer do? He starts acting totally erratically.
Really?
Shows up late, making these crazy demands.
No way.
And even playing moves that seem to make no sense.
Hold on. Playing badly on purpose.
That's what Spassky thought. But see, Spassky, he was known for being so calm, so analytical.
I can only imagine.
So Fischer's behavior just throws him completely off his game.
Wow, so he was playing mind games as much as chess.
Exactly. He understood that sometimes the most unpredictable move is the one that seems
Illogical.
right, at least on the surface.
And it worked.
He wins the championship, a lot of people say, because of this mastery of psychological warfare.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking about serious mind games here. So you're saying that just by like messing with the pattern,
Right.
you gain this like psychological edge
Exactly.
instead of them like,
It's like you're calling the shots, even if they don't realize it.
instead of the other way around.
And Greene, he gives another great example.
Okay.
Filippo Maria,
Who was that?
the Duke of Milan.
Okay, history lesson.
He was notorious for this, keeping his courtiers on edge.
What do you mean?
They never knew if they were in favor or out of favor.
Oh, wow.
One day, showering them with gifts, the next completely ignoring them.
That would mess with your head.
That was the whole point.
Really?
By keeping everyone guessing, he stayed in control.
That is wild.
No one dared to challenge him.
I can see why.
They were too busy trying to figure out what he'd do next.
Okay, so from chess to like Italian dukes.
Right.
But how does this actually apply to like,
Everyday life.
yeah, normal people?
Right. Most of us aren't running a Renaissance court.
Thankfully.
But think about it like negotiating,
Okay.
asking for a raise, even just asking someone out on a date.
Yeah, asking someone out. Okay, now I got to know more.
Think about it. If you go in totally predictable, showing your hand, you're easy to read, easy to control.
Right.
But if you throw in something unexpected,
Like what?
maybe you hold back some information or you suggest something totally different, something they'd never expect.
So I'm not just a pushover.
Exactly. You're making them work to figure you out.
So it's strategic, not just random.
Precisely.
Okay, because I was going to say,
There is a danger here.
I bet.
Too much unpredictability can backfire.
Well,
People start to think you're just inconsistent.
or unreliable.
Exactly.
Yeah, if my boss started acting like Bobby Fischer, I'd think,
Something was wrong.
yeah.
There's a fine line between strategic and erratic.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not about throwing out all the rules, just knowing when to bend them.
So how do you find that balance?
How do you know when to be unpredictable?
Yeah, give me the secrets. Okay, so less chess grandmaster, more like subtle hints of unpredictability.
Right. It's all about balance.
Like how much is too much?
Think of it like, you know when you're adding seasoning to a recipe?
Okay.
A little bit of unpredictability can make it interesting, too much, and it's just
overpowering.
Exactly. People might not want to take another bite.
So basically, we should all just carry around little bottles of unpredictability, like salt and pepper.
Right. A dash here and there.
I like it. But seriously,
But the key is you got to back it up
with what?
with a reputation for being reliable, being trustworthy,
So you're the steady, dependable type.
most of the time.
But then
Every now and then, bam.
you throw a curveball
Exactly. It's more effective that way.
because it's unexpected.
Precisely. So when you do decide to shake things up, how do I know? Like, when's the right moment?
It's going to be different for every situation, depends on your goals, who you're dealing with.
Right.
But a good rule of thumb is this.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about what the other person is expecting.
All right.
Once you figure that out, then you decide, okay, do I want to mess with that? And how?
So it's like, it is kind of a mind game.
It can be. You're staying one step ahead.
I like the way you think. But there's got to be a line, right? Like, I don't want to be manipulative,
Of course not.
just trying to play the game well. And that's really important to remember. Unpredictability, it's a tool.
Okay.
Like any tool, you can use it in a good way or a bad way.
True.
The goal isn't to become like a chaos agent.
Right.
It's about being effective, being thoughtful, and most importantly,
What's that?
being ethical.
Right. So we're not just talking about winning at all costs.
No, it's about using this power responsibly.
You've given us a lot to think about today.
It's a fascinating topic.
It really is. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away?
It's simple. Predictability is comfortable, but unpredictability.
Keeps things interesting.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to shake things up every now and then.
Make them guess.
Exactly. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons.
Words to live by. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the power of unpredictability. Until next time, stay curious.